Hi everyone, I'm Ken from Crypto Trading KS. If you're new, welcome, and welcome back to our regular community. Let's run the numbers. Bitcoin is currently trading at 32,397, up 1.48%. Ethereum currently trading at 2063, up 4.09%. If you're new to the channel, I'd like to let you know that everything I do for you is free. Twice a day, 7 days a week, I share my experience as a full-time crypto trader. I've hidden crypto secrets throughout this video. Unless you watch to the end, you'll miss them. See how many you can find. My goal is to assist you to be more of a financial blessing to yourself and those you love. Rule 775, listen to everyone, but keep your hand in your pocket and do your own research. We have 100% free groups on Facebook, Discord, and Twitter. You can always direct message me anytime on those platforms. There's a lot of scammers running around out there. Please keep safe. Rule 723, conquer fear. This is really important when it comes to trading and investing. Ralph Waldo Emerson was a philosopher. He said, "He who is not every day conquering some fear has not learned the secret of life." Wow, what a powerful concept. Fear invades our life like a disease, and it is a disease. It causes us so much stress. You never get more stress than when you're in crypto. Crypto is really violent in terms of price swings. It makes it critical to conquer your fear. Helen Keller was an American author. She lost her sight and hearing at 19 months of age. She couldn't see, she couldn't hear, yet she learnt to speak and she learnt to read. She wrote 14 books. Amazing lady, just incredible. She said, "Avoiding danger is no safer in the long run than outright exposure. The fearful are caught as often as the bold." Wow, what a statement. What does that mean? It means that if you run, or if you face the fear, you've got about the same odds of encountering the fear. So why run? Face it. Be strong. Become diamond. Absolutely. That is the core philosophy of our community. Rule 174, the T-cube method. We've done trend in the previous video. Now we're on to timing and the trigger. It's really important to know that I don't duplicate anything in these episodes. The previous episode on the trend covers data that we do not cover in this particular session. If you haven't seen it, please look at it. It's invaluable for you. I'd just like to share with you that episode 142 on trend analysis, that's the video before the one you're watching, is very different. It has completely different context and different analysis in it. We go through the KS model. We understand how the markets are working. We look at things like internet adoption, the fundamental things driving. We understand the market. What's happening. We go through any particular news article if it's relevant. We come through and analyze a lot of different on-chain data metrics. We're doing all sorts of things. I explain it very thoroughly. And then we get into checking the stock markets because there are a lot of Bitcoin related products on the stock market, ETFs. We look at coronavirus cases because they always come up. We analyze the US market because it's the dominant player. We look through at a variety of different stats such as the money supply, such as unemployment, such as inflation, and I tell you what is actually happening there. I tell you about a bit of the news, what's happening in that place. I explain the positive and negative reasons the news just flip-flops between. It's a lot like different Bitcoin channels, crypto channels are just flopping, sell now, buy now, sell now, buy now. We don't do that. We're very solid in our foundations as to what we look at. We cover all the major indices. You can see Bitcoin's price above everything that you look at. We do Facebook, Amazon, Apple, Netflix, Google, Microsoft, Nvidia, and then we actually get into Bitcoin, total crypto market cap, and look at all of these things, these Bitcoin related entities trading on the stock market. It's just amazing. I give you a lot of run through so that you understand how the market is reacting. It's really, really powerful information. If anybody says to you, oh, you know what, the dollar is going up, you can say, I watched Ken's Trend episode. I know exactly what gold and silver, the VIX Fear Index, the dollar index, bonds, yields, everything is doing. I explain it all through for you. I explain a lot of things that people are talking about in the press, but they don't explain it to you. I talk through the defensive sectors like airlines, which would be closed down if COVID was really taking off. We go through oil and a wide variety of other things. I do this to help you to understand how everything relates to everything else. I just wanted to show you that because I think it's important you understand. This episode is completely different from the trend episode. Hopefully that helps out. We use Rule 1122 for timing, the KS method. The first thing that we do is look at the news from the sentiment of an investor or a trader who is completely new to crypto. Now, Bitcoin is the key to the future. Wow, off Twitter. Well, Jack says it's good. It must be good. That's very positive. Internet needs a native currency like Bitcoin. Wow, that's cool. Elon Musk criteria for Bitcoin mass adoption finally met. Wow, Elon, thank you so much. That must mean DOGE is coming up. Beautiful. Bitcoin mining is becoming vastly more decentralized after the China miner shutdown. Woohoo, woohoo. Bitcoin trading higher at the end of the week. What is this? JP Morgan Chase & Co. will reportedly allow its wealth management clients access to crypto? This is big, big news. JP Morgan, for a long time, has basically said crypto is bad. Now they're saying crypto is good. Wow, good on you, JP Morgan. They got Elon and JP Morgan. Wow, nice. Cryptocurrency prices today, it's remaining stable. Bitcoin versus Ethereum. Will the flippening ever happen? You might say, what's the flippening? We'll look at that some other time. Bitcoin will be a big part of Twitter's future. Wow, same article, different place. Bitcoin attempts to settle back above the 20 EMA. What's an EMA? Circle K to host Bitcoin ATMs across its convenience stores. Wow, this is so positive. It must mean the crypto markets are rallying. Okay, let's dig into that concept. Crypto total market cap. Now, what is this funny looking graph we're looking at here? This is all the value of all the cryptos plotted on a line every 30 minutes. So what we're looking at here is the price fluctuations across the entire crypto market. Pretty neat, huh? Now, what do we notice here? We've had a big fall, a knife fall, and then what happened? Sharp angles reflected. I think we got a rule on that. Sharp angles reverse, sharp angles reflect. It happens all the time in crypto. Now, what's happened? They've rallied up, crossed above this once resistance, now support, and we can see a support line emerging there. We can see fresh air above that support line too. That means the entire crypto market is above support. It's strong, it's flying. This is pretty neat. So the total crypto market now is trading at $1.32 trillion. A lot of people are caught off guard with movements in crypto. We can see just from that bottom to the current price, crypto has moved up nearly 13.5% in 3 days. Wow. Let's have a look at Bitcoin's technical analysis. Bitcoin is currently trading at 32,370. It has support below at 32,054 and support below that at 31,557. It has resistance above at 32,834 and 33,588. Now, what do we see here? What's in this particular chart? Something really, really cool. Do you know what it is? It's this. You see that blue number there, 32,414. This is the key support that we want to take out. If we do that, and it looks like it's going to do that, there's a lot of strength in this present move. That sets us up for a next leg up to 35,000. That's just fantastic. You might remember the total went up about 13.5%. Bitcoin's come up about 11%. That's really, really interesting. That means the alts outperform Bitcoin in relative percentage movements. That we know on this community, on this channel, we know that. So how are the shorts and the Bitcoin longs behaving relatively? We can see the shorts relatively. There's about 3,050 open positions on those shorts. We can see the shorts decreasing. The number of margin shorts measured in Bitcoin, around 3,050, is decreasing. We can see the number of margin longs measured in Bitcoins here in green is about 54,308. That is increasing. Very interesting. The longs are getting into the market and pushing everything higher. It's no wonder. Bitcoin has come down so much in value that the longs have basically said, okay, shorts, if you're not going to come in, we'll come in. Let's have a look at Ethereum, the number 2 player. Ethereum longs, number of margin longs measured in ETH, is increasing. We can see those longs increasing just like Bitcoin because things have got so bargain basement cheap. Now, what are the longs number? 214,004. And look at the shorts. You can see the shorts relatively decreasing. They're currently at 96,901. Let's have a look at Bitcoin options. Currently, for the expiration July 30th, 2021, the maxpain price is 35,000. We can see how the options, the call up options, somebody was so funny in the comments. They said, call me up, Ken. I always say, if somebody calls you up, that's really nice. That's going long. It's going up. The price is going to increase. But if someone puts you down, that's not very nice. That's like a short, expecting the price to go lower. That's how you interpret these things. The maxpain price is the price where the majority of options will expire worthless. Sometimes this maxpain price can tell us what to expect on July 30th, but sometimes it doesn't act as a magnet. Some people think it does, sometimes it doesn't. We track that. We track everything. Let's have a look at Ethereum. Currently, the maxpain price for Ethereum is $2,200 for the options expiration at the end of the month. Let's have a look at the calls, which are longs, and the put downs, which are short, their volume and value for Bitcoin. We can see the calls are about 52.5% of Bitcoin, coming in at $157.1 million. The puts are 47.5%, coming in at 142 million. Let's look at ETH. The calls are increasing 54.5% and around 88.4 million. We look at the puts, 45.5%, around 73.74 million. It's kind of interesting to check the average transaction fees. Because Elon was at the B-Word conference, I put DOGE in here. Now, what's the current transaction fees? Bitcoin 198, Ethereum 524.6, and DOGE 0.4 438. It's just good to keep our eyes on this. We'll actually investigate the impact of average transaction fees on price over time. Again, we analyze everything. Let's turn to liquidations. Liquidations over the past 24 hours were 138.71 million, with 45,893 traders being liquidated. Over the past 12 hours, around 69% of liquidations were short. We can see there's not a lot of variability across here. We don't have any big liquidations, which is fine. Let's have a look on the 15-minute. We can see most of the liquidations were short. Let's have a look at the Fear and Greed Index. Unlike other channels, I actually overlay fear and greed on the actual price so you can see exactly what is happening. It's really important to understand when you sell, somebody is buying. When you buy, somebody is selling. The market is still in extreme fear. The grayscale Bitcoin Trust unlock that happened a couple of days ago spooked a lot of people out. I mentioned I did an analysis on it and I said there's nothing to be concerned about for a variety of reasons. You can see price has basically pumped up since then, but a lot of people got scared and they sold. The problem with investing is that you can actually get overtaken by fear. Traders think with an institutional mindset. We always want to avoid selling at the bottom and buying at the top. And that means we have to go about what we do in a very methodical way. You can see here the options expiration max pain price at 35,000. Before it was 36,000. It bumped down when the grayscale Bitcoin Trust unlock happened. It's still at 35,000. It's interesting to track these things. That's what we do. We literally put the crypto jigsaw puzzle together. That's our job. We always need to keep across the entire market to see what's happening. The top 7, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Tether, Binance Coin, Cardano, XRP, and USDC. Let's have a look at the top 24-hour gainers. Axie Infinity, Tel, Amp, Flow, OKB, Tezos, and Sushi. Let's go the other way. The greatest 24-hour percent losers, Rune, Waves, XEM, MDX, Elrond, Synthetics, and Celsius. Let's have a look at the greatest 7-day gainers. Telcoin, Axie Infinity, Sushi, OKB, FTT, Dash, and Luna. Let's go the other way. What are the greatest losses over the past 7 days? MDX, Rev, Room, HBAR, The Graph, One, and Leo. There's more than a few people out there saying that crypto has no value, Bitcoin is going to $0. Unfortunately, those people, either willfully or otherwise, don't understand the economics of crypto. What we're seeing here over the past month, past 30 days, Ethereum has brought in $160.8 million. Axie Infinity has brought in, over the past 30 days, $102 million. No wonder Axie is on a tear. There's a fundamental reason for it. Uniswap has brought in $78.8 million. There are really big things to understand in crypto. I'd just like to do a call out to Joe. I mentioned yesterday that I couldn't find the message. It was Joe's message. Thanks so much for Joe for recommending this. If you come across if anyone in the community comes across any other revenue or expense data, that's fantastic to know. We can share it together. I'd just also like to do a call out and say thank you to David Galea. David shared this with me on Facebook. Discover how social media impacts cryptocurrency markets. How cool is this? What do we see here? We've got a bit of a ranking system. We can see Axie Infinity. Check it out. It's pretty good. The place to go is lunacrush.com. LUNAR crush.com. Thanks, David, for that. As part of our process, we look through the derivatives on Binance. Binance is the largest platform out there. We're particularly interested in this percentage, which is the change in price of the contract in the past 24 hours. I'll explain a little bit more about that in a minute. We look at the 24-hour trading volume of derivatives. It's 44.7 billion. 24-hour open interest is 6.7 billion. Now, these percentages change literally on a minute-by-minute basis. They give us a short-term strength bias, a direction. We can see Bitcoin around 1.6%. Let's just call it 2 for fun. When we look at Ethereum, it's about 4%. So we can say relatively Ethereum is exhibiting twice the power of Bitcoin. In terms of price movements, that's not actually technically correct, but the idea for you to understand is the relativities of these percentages. If we go down, we always look for double digit. It shows a lot of price power. Axie Infinite, AXS, has 29.6. Wow, that is pretty powerful. Theta, 6.8%. 1 inch, 13.9%. We can see Rune has negative 14.6%. This is indicating a downturn or a drop in price. Let's have a look at some more. Kava, 11.1. Tomo, 14.6. Dent, 19%. I'm not suggesting you get into these coins. You really need to do your research, but it just gives you an idea when you've picked out what you want to get into, if it's pumping or not, pumping or dumping, so to speak. RSR, 9.4%. We look Coty, 12.7%. Just gives us some kind of idea. Let's have a look at the futures. Okay. Do you remember how I pointed out that Rune was going down 14.6%? It's interesting, isn't it? That's also the greatest loser today and the greatest negative percentage on those derivatives page. It can really help you, this kind of knowledge. I'll layer your understanding. Every day you get more and more familiar. That's what I want. I want you to get comfortable with the data, and then I'll deep dive it for you. Okay, time for some bubbles. Always time for bubbles. Well, we can see Tel, Axie Infinite, AM, OKB, Sushi, Flow. They've done quite well. Oh, poor old Rune. Let's have a look. What's the weekly basis like? Oh, it's getting better. Nice to see Sushi, Tel. Yeah, some things coming up. AXS. That's cool. Why don't we have a bit of fun? This is Axie Infinite. I always say crypto is volatile. Prepare for the worst and the best case scenarios. Reality will be between them. Now, what is all this showing us? Wow, there was a lot going on there. Axie Infinite came up about 100% from here to here, and then it went down 84% from there to there. And just disregarding all of this, to that low point, it went up 68%. And then it decided, well, why don't I go up 873%? Oh, I'm a bit tired. Let me come down 51.69%. And then what did it do? It said, I'm going to go up 128%. You can see crypto is volatile. You don't need leverage trading. It's already built in. That's why I say always buy at spot. Let's have a look at Ethereum. Ethereum currently trading at 25.6. That's $2,056. It has support below at 2042 and 1992. It has resistance above at 2100 and 2178. You can see Ethereum's price is being quite well supported. It had this resistance, it got above, and it has this support. Doing quite well. Let's have a look at Binance Coin, BNB. Binance Coin is currently trading at 289.94. It has support below at 285.53 and 278.17. It has resistance above at 302.71 and 309. The reason I show you so many charts, I'm trying to train your eye. You can see resistance, 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 resistance. This is a resistance line. BNB needs to get over this resistance line. Take 302 and turn it to support. You can see it's quite different from Ethereum. This is the kind of information I'm trying to secretly teach you. If you just jump to your favorite coin, you're going to miss so much. I put a really special video together for you. Episode 93, drawing structural support and structural resistance. You can keep your hand in your pocket when it comes to buying technical indicators for support and resistance. It's much better you mark them up by hand, that you understand the price action, get really, really familiar with it. Episode 93 will save you from buying anything, and it will put you way ahead of most people. Rule 47, master your edge. Your edge is the unique way that you go about your investing and or trading, because remember, every investor becomes a trader whenever they buy or sell. It's really important that you don't buy at the top and sell at the bottom. You've worked very hard for your money. You need to keep as much of it as possible, and of course make as much as you can. Let's have a look at ADA, Cardano. ADA is currently trading at 1.1723. Support below, just pretty much at support actually. There is a lower level of support under that at 1.1454. It's coming up to resistance at 1.1972 and 1.2127. You can see this blue line here. It's a structural resistance. There's two of them above ADA's price at the moment. Now, what happens when a particular price action hits resistance? It's like a wall. It's like the roof of a house. It stops you floating up into space in this case. But the really interesting thing, price will waver around these strong resistance levels. It's important to understand that. Let's have a look at XRP's technicals. XRP currently trading at 59.05. Support below 58.55 and structural support at 56.94. That's a really, really strong structure level of support. We got resistance above at 59.99 and also 61.36. Let's have a look at Dogecoin. Dogecoin is currently trading at 19.081 approximately. It's moving around. It has support below at 18.753 and 17.980. Resistance above at 19.990 and 21.095. It's really surprising with Elon saying all the nice things about Doge and of course Bitcoin, because we know Bitcoin moves the market as well, directionally. I'm surprised Doge hasn't taken off a lot more. These sharp spikes up are intention spikes. Doge is trying to go higher. Let's have a look at Polkadot. Dot is currently trading at 12.794, resistance above at 12.911 and 13.516, support below at 12.305 and $12 even. Remember, price is always moving in a wave. It's going up, then down, down, then up. It's always flowing. It never just goes all up and it never goes just all down. It's always wavering around. The thing I see in Polkadot's chart is there's not a lot of resistance, and there is a bit of a free air gap between the current price and this structural resistance coming into play at around 18.321. Not bad. Let's have a look at Chainlink. Chainlink is a community favorite. Chainlink is currently trading at 15.827, just basically at a resistance level right now. Resistance above that is 16.305 and 16.698. Support below is 15.462 and 14.981. If you're into Chainlink, please let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Oh my goodness, these guys are back. R2-D2 and C3PO, what are they doing here? Oh, they've come in to talk about price versus value. Wow, thanks guys. R2-D2 has 10,001 R2-D2 tokens. That is the whole circulating supply of R2-D2 tokens. He's valued them at $1 per R2-D2 token. His friend C3PO, great friend, has offered to buy just one at $2. Okay, that's interesting. Now the question, well, maybe a couple of questions. What is the value of R2-D2 tokens to R2-D2 now? How much is his portfolio worth? And of course, the other question is, how much money changed that value? Just let me know in the comments below. It's certainly not a trick question. This will really help you out tremendously. Special bonus to the MATIC Polygon community members out there. MATIC is currently trading at 90,926. It's just above support at 87,672 and 83,328. There's structural resistance coming up in 3 levels, which could present a little bit of an issue to MATIC at the moment, but I'll explain why I don't think that is such a problem. This next level of resistance is 95,360 and 101,203. Now, when I look at this chart, what I see is there was a structural resistance line that has been turned into support, and we have strong support here. As Bitcoin mounts, it's quite possible that these resistance lines will get crushed as Bitcoin moves up. Now, it's also important to understand everything always moves in a wave. We don't FOMO in and we don't fear and sell. It's really important to think about just layering your buys. If you're into MATIC and you want to put some trades in, you want a dollar cost average in, for example, you can put them close to the price and then at the support levels below. You're always looking for these wicks, these sharp wicks down. They're so profitable. Let's have a look at Solana. Solana is currently trading at 27,489, just literally at support right now. There's support below at 26,100 and 24,797. Resistance above that at 28,567 and $30 even. This is a really interesting dynamic that's happening in Solana at the moment. You can see this resistance line has been turned into support. There's a little bit of light resistance coming in here. So the key is just to get Solana to get over that 28,567 resistance line and turn it into support. Let's have a peep at Theta. Theta is currently trading at 4,658. Support below at 4,467 and 4,310. It has resistance above, pretty much at the 4,713 mark, and at 5,064. We can see there's a lot of blue lines here. Theta has a lot of resistance it needs to get through. The wonderful thing about any of these alts, they borrow their power from Bitcoin. When Bitcoin pumps, Bitcoin itself crushes these particular lines. It's really fascinating to watch. But we can understand there could be some price suppression exhibiting itself in Theta's price. So just buying at support levels will serve you very well. I hope you found the content useful. Everything I do for you is free. Please be aware of scammers. Anybody that asks you to go to another website to talk on Telegram or WhatsApp or gives you a phone number is just fake. Just disregard them. Just hook into our community on Facebook, Twitter, and Discord. And you can always direct message me all the time. I'm really very happy to hear from you. I do these videos to assist you to be more of a financial blessing to yourself and those you love. Why don't we look at the Ethereum tokens? They are always pretty interesting. Please say hi and let me know where you're viewing from and if you have any questions. If you would like twice daily updates 7 days a week on price movements in the crypto market, please subscribe to YouTube and follow those groups and become part of our community. We'd love to have you. Crypto is volatile. Always prepare yourself for the best and worst case scenarios. Reality will likely be between them. Stay safe out there. Take care and see you next time. Bye for now.